Hi, do you have resources in Azure Virtual Network? And are you concerned about the security of the Azure Virtual Network? Have you already implemented security by means of network security groups? And do you wish to implement Azure firewalls to have an extra bit of security? Well, then you have Azure firewalls which can help you. So in this figure, it's a particular implementation of Azure Firewall Service. It is a platform as a service which is given by Azure, and it helps you to control your network from a layer 3 and layer 7 perspective. So in this figure, you can see that there is an implementation of Azure Firewall in a hub and spoke model. So we have two virtual networks, spoke 1 and spoke 2, which communicates to the Azure Firewall, which is in a central virtual network. And that has connectivity to your on-premise network. So what you can do is you can achieve all the traffic flowing from spoke 1 and spoke 2 can be controlled, can be made to flow through Azure Firewall before they can communicate to the internet or to the on-premises. So that's the main advantage of using Azure Firewalls. And the different types of rules that can be accomplished using Azure Firewalls are: you can have NAT rule collection, which helps you to route the public IP addresses of the firewall to the internal private IP address of the resources. For instance, just take an example of, say, you want to access any resources, any virtual machine in Azure from any on-premises virtual machine. So you can access the private IP of the virtual machine through the public IP of the firewall. So that can be accomplished by using the NAT rule collection. Then you have the network rule collection, which is very similar to what you can accomplish using your NSGs or network security groups. You have the combination of ports and IP address ranges by which you can decide the inbound and outbound traffic flowing into your virtual network. Then you have your application rule collection, which is rules to whitelist a set of FQDNs. In the sense, from the virtual network, you can decide what are the FQDNs which needs to be allowed, or what are the FQDNs which need to be blocked. Say, for example, in Azure virtual network, you have a machine, and that needs to have access to a particular virtual, FQDN, say Google. So you can allow access to Google from that particular machine, and you can block the rest. That's something which can be accomplished through application rule collection. So that was a very brief about Azure Firewall. Hope that was helpful. Thank you.